where we're based, and we are postponing this move until 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So it's been postponed for 24 hours for the purposes of making sure the building is secure and that we are compliant with stoplights and other issues that sort of hang a little low. So we need to make sure our height limits are 100% positive. You guys may have seen the guys out there with measuring tapes. So they're just making sure that everything is height approved and that we're ready to go, because we might need to make some adjustments stoplight wise, street sign wise along the way to make sure the building's clear.
Was it the height or the balance that was the problem?
Primarily the height.
Okay.
Yeah, so the height of the building is permitted for 17 feet, and the building is right exactly at 17 feet. So just for concern and making sure, even though we're within our permit bounds, just for concern and ensuring that if we're making a turn, it might tilt a little bit above 17 feet, an extra inch or two, that there's no risk that it could, cause any issues and hit any street signs, anything like that. So we are adjusting our permit with Caltrans for tomorrow morning. First thing, we're going to be getting an adjustment, so it'll be a 19-foot permit, and we'll have full clearance for any other issues that may come up.
Was it a mutual decision to postpone until tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. So our biggest concern, I'm managing the project for the city of Long Beach, and my biggest concern, the city's biggest concern, our agency's biggest concerns is the safety of everyone involved, whether you're walking on the sidewalk, whether you're working for the moving company, or even if the building itself is in jeopardy. Our public infrastructure, we want to make sure everything is 100% secure and there's no risk. So that's why we have agreed to put off the move for an extra day. So 10 p.m. tomorrow night, the 29th, we will all be back here. We're going to have this area of the street closed off until then, so they don't have to relocate the building in the meantime. We're working with local police to bring road closure signs at the moment, just for tonight. And tomorrow we'll be back here at this time at 10 o'clock at night on the 29th to go ahead and start this move over.
Will it be the same planned route, or will that change?
Yes, going to be the same planned route. Our route cannot change because we aren't able to cross the metro lines for reasons that are specific to this building. It's not impossible to take a building over the metro lines, but it's just much more complicated. It involves a lot of other regulatory agencies, and we want to do an efficient move, so we are postponing this until tomorrow, and we're going to be doing the same route. So we're going to be traveling south on Magnolia to Ocean, and then back up Atlantic to Willow Springs Park.
How long did it take?
The move tonight would have taken between 3.5 and 4 hours, probably getting there a little after 1 a.m. The move tomorrow night might take a little bit longer, probably between 4.5 and 5 hours, and that's because we are facing the possibility that we'll have to move street signs out of the way. That will maybe involve dismantling them to an extent and relocating some of them while we move from intersection to intersection, and we're probably going to have an extra pilot car. We're going to play that by ear, but we might have extra hands and extra steps that we need to take that might take a little bit longer. So there's a possibility it could start at the same time tomorrow night and end at 2 or 3 a.m. as opposed to 1. Any other questions from you guys?
Could I just get your name again?
Sure. My name is Katie Rispoli. I'm the executive director of We Are the Next, which is a nonprofit here in downtown Long Beach.
How does the postponement affect the overall budget of the project?
It doesn't affect the budget at all. CHP has been really gracious with their time, and they've agreed to come back tomorrow night, and it doesn't affect our budget. It doesn't affect our permit fees. Caltrans is, they might increase permit fees a little bit, but that's not something that we handle, so it won't be a worry for the project.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. If any of you would like to take a card of mine, I'm happy to give you my information. So if you think of any additional questions, you want to email, you have my information.